Hi guys, welcome to another mad video. This time I thought I'd show off something I've got on the Vita. Now, I bought this off X-File, I think it's 2709. He's left YouTube now. I think he's running his own site. I can't remember the bloody URL of it, but he is still out there doing his videos, and I bought this little beauty off him. Now, I know the usual talks about it, there's no games for it, and it's depressing and all the rest of it, but as an actual system, it is stunning to use. I mean, the screen is gorgeous. I mean, it plays beautifully. The games I have played have been fantastic. My biggest problem is there's no actual Vita games worth owning at the moment that have just come out. Like, I mean, I've played things like Uncharted and what was the other one? Everybody's Golf. It's still installed on there. Wipeout. Gravity Rush, I've played some others. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But once you've got through those, I mean, and that's the biggest problem with it being a portable system, is you take it everywhere with you. I mean, that's the idea. You should always have it in your back pocket, and you should always have it available. But the problem is because there's so few actual Vita games that are out or are on the way, because Sony's done a terrible job at promoting this thing. I mean, the recent E3 showing was non-existent. I think they improved it. Is it GameCon? Where they started showing off a few more games, but it's just not enough. You know, you need games out there. PSP was exactly the same thing in the same way in the early days. There's just nothing coming out for it that's worth owning it for. I mean, at the moment, the store is keeping my system running. This is turning into a PSV Vita review video. Well, let's carry on. I'll show you the other game later. But yeah, like this is the story. And the prices are horrendous at the end of the day. I mean, you get the odd sale, and like that one there, if you're a PlayStation, I don't know if you see that PlayStation Plus member, it's $7.99. That's if you're actually a member of PlayStation Plus. But like here, you've got Persona 3 Portable and Persona 2. Well, I mean, Persona 3 Portable, which I bought on the last sale they had about a month ago, was $13.99. It's not too bad because it's an absolutely fantastic game, but I don't think it really should be priced that high. You should be looking about £7 or £8 tops, to be honest, because it's just sat on a server for them, and if it was lower priced, then you're going to get more people downloading it. But then to have Persona 2, which is just I think it's just the redo of the PlayStation ROM, it just I don't know. It's just I might be wrong about that one. It's just shocking at the price of it. But then again, you get things like Tomb Raider Legend. That's actually a pretty good game. $2.99. Anniversary, I've seen that on at $2.99 as well, I think. Innocent Life, that's like a Harvest Moon. Oh, there's a Harvest Moon game there as well. So there's always something worth buying. But as of, I think it's Tuesday, they're about. That's tomorrow, isn't it? Bloody hell. I'm off work this week. Don't blame me. But as of tomorrow, they're going to release PlayStation 1 compatibility. So there's going to be a load of PS1 games on the store. And I'm hoping to pick up Metal Gear Solid, the original, and Final Fantasy 7, because I just cannot get enough of those games. But I have no idea how much those are going to be priced. Hopefully it's going to be cheap. Just going through a few of the titles. But it's like, I mean, like Lego Harry Potter at $34.99. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a download. If you go on Steam, it just there's no price comparison. Like this one, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, fantastic game. I do actually own it, but I mean, I own it on the card, and the card cost me, I think it's about 17 quid. I mean, the game's second hand now. That's always the case. It's always going to be cheaper than newer, but there's no, they're not driving down the price. They're not urging you to buy the downloads. PHS is at a £5. I actually quite want that one. I've just not been bothered picking it up. Sound Shapes came out the other day. That's supposed to be really good, but not my sort of thing. Like I said, I had like Wipeout 2048, perfect example. $29.99 on the shop. Yeah, I can go into like Tesco or any of the shops and pick it up for about 22 quid. I mean, it's selling on. I know this because I recently got rid of my copy after playing it to death. but it's selling for like £14–15 a time. And again, they should be bringing the prices down over time, doing a lot more sales, but not like sales knocking a few quid off, but like drastic prices. Some might argue that they do this like they've done with the Persona games, where they've knocked £10 off the price, but when it's already overpriced, you know, that £10 isn't that great a saving. They should be doing more. But you know, let's have a look at top picks. This is what I've been playing it most for at the moment, is the PSP games. There is loads of them on here. The emulation is really good. Grand Theft Auto, a little bit like this one here. Liberty City Stories was, I think it was either $2 or $3.99 the other week, which was a bargain, but I didn't find out until later, so I missed it. But just flick that off there. I think it's got your usual store music, as depressing as can be. Does your head in after a while. Let's have a look what we've got on here. So yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with it, with the physical system. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it to bits. It is a joy to use when I've got the games to play with it. But they just, I don't know. They just need to do more with it. I love it to bits, and I want it to be absolutely awesome. I mean, I've had a 3DS, but I didn't get on with it. I got bored of it after a while. This I'm keeping just because of things like the PS1 games and the PSP games that have come along at least once a week. So I'm hoping that the Vita game situation is going to improve as time goes on. But yeah, overall I say fantastic little system. Just calling on YouTube there. I don't know how well you can see the quality of this screen. No, I've not been searching these videos, by the way. These are, you know, these have just come up. I wonder what the quality is like on that. Is it a standard or a high def one?
Where are we?
I'm looking forward to this, by the way. Awesome series. But I don't know anything. I've not got anything in. I don't think that'll show off the screen. Let's just have a look at everybody's golf. I think the card's in. Fingers crossed. Come on! Oh, nice camera reflection there. Now this everybody's golf came with the system for me. It's got another thing on the features of it. It's got a back, so you won't be able to see that at all. But it's got like a back touchpad. I think that is a proper gimmick. I do not like it all. I mean, you had to use it in Uncharted in several parts, and I hated it to bits that I ended up giving up and not completing the game because of it. I just want to show you the quality of the graphics on this one, and then just compare it to a PSP game. Just to nice challenge show. Come on, come on.
This'll be fun.
Do it at default.
Shall we get started? Time to play.
Yeah, well, come on. Loading times are generally quite good. It just depends on the game. Let's try to show that screen up a bit. This is a bit long, but I have installed this as well. I don't know if you see that. It does look absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous graphically.
Let's do this.
It's definitely much better than, like, say, the PS2. Oh, turtle. And it's miles better than the PSP. Let's just go and have a look at a PSP game. Where have they gone? Everybody's Tennis, that'd be a good comparison. I had to buy this, it was on it, I think it was $2.79, and I've not been able to put it down. It's an absolutely fantastic game. But it's startling the graphical difference between this and between the PSP and the Vita, and this really does show it off. If it loads. Yeah, one problem I have had is you can buy Vita games on the store. Turn it down a bit. You buy a PS Vita game on the store, you download it and it's saved to your memory card. Yeah, great, fair enough. It loads just the same as it does when it comes off the cartridge game. The problem is, if I bought a cartridge game, if I want to play it, the cartridge has to be in the system, even if you've installed it. If you take it out after you've installed it and try to launch it, it wants the card back in. Now, the problem with the system on that front is, I can see that there. You've got that is the cartridge slot. Now I haven't got rubbish nails, so I bite them. I'm terrible like that, but I cannot get that open with my fingers. It's inhumanly possible. Just does not open for me. And it's a stupid design, you know. It doesn't like clip out or anything. You have a nail in there to jab it out. Or you have to get like I use like a pen lid and it's stupid. I could not understand why they did it. Everything else like button places is fairly alright. Anyway, so I'm going to show off the graphics of this one.
Please come again soon.
There we go. Well, just comparing the in-game graphics of the same series. I mean, that does look like a PS2 game. So I don't know if you notice like the character. I didn't stay on it long enough on the golf game, but it is decidedly better on the Vita, and it should be no surprise. It just amazing me, you know. You can play these PSP games just perfectly. I think as well, if you hold your button down on the screen, yeah, you get options to change the sticks as well. I think on stuff like Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker, it's supposed to be a dream because you can add the right thumbstick onto it as a playable option, whereas on the original Vita you just had one stick. Come on, love. So yeah, I'm a big fan. I absolutely love the system. Ouch, bugger. Yeah, I love the system. It needs more games, and as soon as possible. It's got some great ones on there. It has got some terrible ones on there, but that's like all systems. But hopefully, in time, they will improve. So yeah, I think we'll call it a day there, guys. That's just me rambling on about the Vita for a bit. Definitely a fan. Not fan too much of the games. Just can't wait for to have some actual content I can, get my grubby mitts on. Oh, one thing I will show off, because there's one nearby on the shelf. Hang on a second. I'm playing this over the settee. I'm in my living room. I mean, there's just no way to film it properly. But there you go. That's the. I can see that the Everybody Golf. I mean, compared to the size of the system, they're absolutely tiny. I think they're smaller than not height-wise, but length-wise. I think that's smaller than DS game. It's a weird little thing. I'll just show you one of the cards. I'm sure you've all seen them all, but there's always bound to be someone who hasn't. Okay, here we go. That's the. I mean, look at the size of it. There's nothing to it. I think that's smaller than a DS game. In fact, we'll find out because I've got. Well, yeah, it is. I mean, again, it's just incredible, isn't it? Look at the size of that. That's a DS game, for God's sake. And I mean, I think that holds about 256 meg or something like that. That one, you're getting a couple of gig on there. Oh, that just reminded me of another absolutely shocking situation, which I hate Sony for, because they always do it, is the bloody memory card situation. I mean, to get like a 32 gig card, I mean, that's nothing in this day and age. I mean, I can buy like a bloody 32 gig USB stick for like £2 or £3. They force you to use these Sony only memory cards. They've not licensed the technology to anybody else, so you're stuck paying their prices. Now 32 gig is the biggest one they've got, but even that, if you've got several Vita games and a nice pile of PSP games on, you're buggered. There's just, you have to go and buy another one. I mean, the cheapest they do is the 4 gig one, and I think those were about 10 or 12 quid. But 4 gig, I mean, everybody's golf takes up about 1.5, I think it's 1.5 to 2 gig install. When you put a couple of games on there, that's it, you're screwed. And then you start looking at like the 8 and the 16 gig ones, and they go up to about 20, 25. I think I've seen something about 32 to 35. It's just crazy pricing. It should be around about, the highest price one, I personally think, should be at about, I would say 20 quid. They should be able to get away with the, 20 quid for the 32 gig one. Maybe at a very top level, $29.99 for the 64 gig card. Never mind. Let's just say it's just. I don't think we should be paying more than 30 gig for the highest memory card on these. And that's just my personal preference, personal idea. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and look forward to more videos soon.